Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming at you with another Wargaming and Miniature video. We're going to continue on with our Waterloo project update, where we are building up a 28 millimeter black powder, all the forces for Waterloo. Not in its entirety, but enough that we could play portions of the Waterloo battles. And the first thing I'm starting with is enough troops to do Quatre Bras. And then once we do Quatre Bras, then I will be able to move on to maybe Hougoumont or La Haye Saint, and etc. etc. So this video, we're going to be talking about some changes, what units that I need. Really, some things have come to light in my pursuit of making an accurate battle of Quatre Bras. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about some of the things that I've discovered, some of the things that I was misguided on, and that we're fixing. We're making a correction. Okay, so let's start off with this. I found online a list of French, British, Allied, because it's got all the Netherlands and Nassau and Brunswick, all those units, and the British are here in the center column, and then over here are the Prussians. That's my Waterloo list, and it gives me the battalions, the regiments, how many men are in those battalions and regiments, which helps me know if the unit is tiny, small, standard, or large. If it's under 200 men, it's probably a tiny unit. If it's between 2 to 400, it's probably a small unit. If it's 400 to 800, usually right around 600, it is a standard unit, and then 800 and above is probably a large unit. Probably. But we're going to work through that today. Okay, now I broke this down into different tabs where I have a... Now I probably should drag that to over there. There we go. We've got the French forces. I put them on their own spreadsheet. Then we got a British. I've put them on their own spreadsheet. And I've been color coding units as I complete them in miniature. And then I've got Prussians on their own tab, which I haven't really touched. Everything's still minimized there. And then I also have what's called Left Waterloo, which I could probably move out of the way. But I set that up to be brigades. Like I'll make a battalion for black powder, but if I wanted to use it as a brigade formation, I could take that battalion and put it on the table and play just the left side of Waterloo, the Hougoumont area, moving brigades, a lot like the way Napoleon's battles does it. So I would need much less, and so I kind of went through and figured out like what kind of battalions I would need, how many I would need, and stuff like that. I've kind of given up on that whole concept. I've almost not even considering that anymore. I've decided to do like battalion scale Huguenot, but only like half the battle, like from the main, what do they call it, the Charleroi Road or the Brussels Road, splitting half the battlefield. So I could do the Huguenot side, and then maybe a La Saint side, and then maybe a Papilot Prussian side. Um, so that would be three separate tables or three separate battles. And if I can field enough units to do one, I could probably proxy them onto a second table and do those. So what I probably need to do is go through and compare the three tables and then figure out which units that I have that would finish the first table, and then just transpose them onto the second table and the third table, and then fill in the blanks for each of those different tables. That's probably what I need to do. But I'm kind of not even looking at that right now. What I am looking at is Quatre Bras. So let's zoom in just a little bit on this. Once I shrink my face out of the way, there we go. I might be able to go 150. Let's go 150. Yeah, it's all right. Once I get everything for Quatre Bras done, then I'm going to start looking at completing the Huguenot and the rest. So what I'm doing is working on Quatre Bras, right? Okay, we already know this. You've watched all my videos up to this point, so you know. I don't know what really clued me into this. I think it might have been the GMB flag that I have, and it said 2nd and 3rd Battalion of the 1st Light, right? And I said, oh, there's a 3rd Battalion? Okay, so let me see if that's accurate. Well, my Waterloo says that there is a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Battalion of the 1st Regiment. Oh, okay. At 1,800 men. So you're looking at 600 plus men per battalion. That seems like 3 standard sized battalions. Okay, so then I went into my Quatre Bras sheet and I added that 3rd battalion. But then I said, well, let me double check more than just one source to figure this out. Well, we're not gonna go in. Well, I am going to reference the Albion Triumphant book. I'm also going to reference the rule books, and let's do that first. Okay, in Albion Triumphant, we've got the Battle of Quatre Bras in here, and I'm looking over here. That's Bowden's brigade under Jerome. So I look for Jerome, and I'm not seeing him. But then on the turn 2, Jerome's division comprises of Bowden and Soy's brigade. And Bowden's brigade has 4 standard infantry battalions. That's what it says in the book. So I was planning on doing 4 standard infantry battalions, but they're supposed to be light. And then Soy has 4 standard infantry battalions. Okay. But I'm showing 6 here. Okay, so Albion Triumphant. gave me different information. Okay, so let's look at first edition black powder, because in first edition black powder, it does not have Quatre Bras. That's right. Okay. Second edition black powder has Battle of Quatre Bras, Napoleonic Wars. Okay. Not one page in that whole thing gave me any kind of army list or anything. Okay, here we go. No, that's a different battle. Yeah, showing me the table, the British stats. But once you get to Quatre Bras, it's all pictures. Nothing. Horrible scenario here, which I think it was just a representation of what was being played in the Albion Triumphant book. No help. Or let me just say, different. Maybe I should pull out an old magazine. Remember this magazine? The General? This is the General Volume 26, Number 6. This magazine was $4 back in the day. And it focused on Napoleon's battles and easing you into that. And it gives a primer of how to move troops and stuff like that. But there's also 3 Days in June, which has the scenario Quatre Bras. Now understand that this is done by brigade. It's not done by battalion like black powder. But if I take my French and I look at the 6th Division, Jerome, it says I have 24 light and 28 line. Okay, here's Jerome. There's not all light, but if this is 28, this would be 24 approximately. So I'm okay with 24 and 28. So let's compare that to, let's say, Foy, because he's got something similar. Foy, which is the 9th Division, 20 line and 16 line. If that's 20, or if that's 16 and that's 20, then what the hell? This should be a lot larger. Much, much larger, according to this. Okay, let's go to Waterloo. Waterloo's 24 and 20. So Waterloo should have about the same amount. Yeah, brigades. Yeah. Waterloo 24 and then 24 light and 20 line. So if this is 24 light and this is 20 line, then I could see this being, that should be 28. So these numbers aren't exactly matching up. Okay. And then I notice, okay, I'm getting ready to go to my definitive source here in just a minute. And then I noticed in this book, it talks about a Guard Light Division. Kellerman with his heavy cav, the cuirassier that you can see, but also the Lancers. Okay, I've got that. Kellerman, Hertier, French heavy, French light. Okay, I'm expecting that. But then there's this other division down here, Lefevre, with guard light and guard light. So he has 2 guard light units. What the heck? The freak. Okay, so I said, okay, I must be way off. Like, something must be really off. I'm going to have to go through this and fix this. Okay, when I raise one, it raises all of them. Okay, crazy. Okay, I found a wiki. I know wikis aren't exactly supposed to be trusted and everything, but it's okay. Don't have a hissy. Okay. Let's look at Waterloo. The 2nd Light Regiment, they said there's a 3rd and a 4th battalion. A 3rd and 4th battalion for 2nd Light. So I went back to my all Waterloo. And I went back to 2nd Regiment of Laguerre. This only shows 1st and 2nd Battalion. But then I thought there could have been casualties. The 3rd and 4th Battalions might have been shot up, right? Or they might not have made it to Waterloo. Okay. This shows that it's about 20,000 men, right? Or 2,000 men. Wait, I can't count. 2,000, right? Not 20,000. And then this shows me that it's 2,300 men. Wait, I'm in the wrong place. That's 2nd. That's right. 1st and 2nd Battalion, 2,300 men. That doesn't make sense. 4 battalions makes better sense with 2,300 men. If I was to add these 4 up, I bet you it would be pretty close to 2,300 men. So I'm thinking this is pretty accurate. So I go to my, remember that's 5th Division. I go to here and I add these 2 right there. You can see there's little dots. And then 61st looks good. We'll go to Campy. Campy's got, wait, what's this? 72nd and then one. Okay, 61st is good, right? We said that, 1st and 2nd. Now we've got 72nd, 108. 72nd, 108. That's correct. That would be correct. And then let's jump to Jerome. Okay, this is Jerome's division. This shows a 3rd battalion for the 1st regiment and then 2 for the 3rd. Oh, so I went ahead and added that 3rd battalion like the flag told me I should. So far, so good. What about soy? I didn't really look there. Okay, soy. Got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's what I've got there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Foy. So far right now I've got to add this one and these 2. Let's go to a Foy. Whoops, wrong one. Foy. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if that is correct. See, that's not correct. See, this says my 92nd should have 3 battalions. This says the 92nd should only have 2 battalions. Now my question is, let me jump to Waterloo and see if that's different for Foy. Foy, it shows 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, where did I get that 3rd battalion? 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay. 2, 2, 3, 3. 2. Okay. Yeah. So there it is. 2, 2, 3, 3. So maybe I added it there and when I was supposed to add it there. Okay. It's possible. I don't know. Okay. Continuing on. We've got Pyre, which is the 2nd Cavalry Division. Chasseur Lancers. Perfect. That's where we're at. That's what we've got. We got the extra divisional artillery. Great. But here we go. Kellerman, right? As we know from our general magazine, there was supposed to be a Guard Light Cavalry there. According to this wiki, it shows the Imperial Guard Light Cavalry Division under Lefebvre has 2 brigades. It has Chasseurs Cheval, both French and Mameluke, even though there was only 26 Mamelukes. That would be like 1 model. This is a 1st Brigade. And then here is a 2nd Brigade showing that it's got Lancers and Lancers, but we got Polish and Dutch, French and Polish and all that. These, I don't know, the 580 would definitely be a standard size unit. 12, 20, that should be 2 units, I would think. 2 squadrons, 2 battalions. I would field them as 2 battalions. Yeah, I would field them as 2 battalions. Okay, so there is another book that I have. Okay, I'm pulling up a book, Waterloo Order of Battle, so you can see this. This came out of a Strategy and Tactics magazine. Now we're going to go down. It talks about it's organized specifically for a specific game, but it gives you full numbers. Seeing it shows that's 3 battalions. 72nd is 2 battalions. And then 2 and 2. And it says line, 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 line. Okay, that's Bachelor Husan, 9 battalions. Okay. And Jerome here, a 2nd Light, had 4 battalions. And 1st Light had 3 battalions. And then 1st and 2nd Line. Etc., etc. Okay, so it's showing you like how many squadrons are in there. Not really concerned with squadrons. trying to get to, okay, there's LeBeau and all that other stuff. But here's Kellerman. Now, Hertier is the one at Quatre Bras, and it shows that he brought the Gouton, which is the 8th and the 11th Cuirassier. All right, and we continue on right here where we got the 11th Cavalry Division. I've already started working on that. I've already got the 2 Cuirassiers done. But the next piece is something that I had overlooked, and that is the Imperial Guard Light Cavalry from Lefebvre right here, right? He's got 2 brigades. I think I mentioned this earlier. This brigade at least has the 2 regiments, and this brigade has 1,200 men. So I would expect that to also be 2 brigades, or two regiments. So let's take a look at what this order of battle says for the Guard. Okay, Lefebvre, he does have 2 brigades. He's got Chasseurs et Cheval, which would be these guys, Chasseurs et Cheval, 1st Brigade, under Lallemande, right? And then their 2nd Brigade under Chabannes, Colbert. And this does say it had 1,200 men. Okay, he has 10 squadrons. These are 5 squadron. That's a 5 squadron unit. I think I'm just going to make that a large. It's a 1 regiment brigade. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, it's a brigade. One of the units missing in the battle is a company of Mamelukes. Okay, which this says they were fought as individuals with the Chasseurs. Okay, and that's those 26 Mamelukes. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that. I could make 2 smaller regiments and call them squadrons. Make 2 standard squadrons, and because there's 5 of them, they could have operated separately anyway. And being that they're that large, I think that's what I want to do. And then that way the brigade will actually have two units. So I think that's what I'm going to do there. And then with this other group down here, we're looking at the Polish Lancers, the Dutch or Red Lancers, for a total of 800 something men. I think what I'll do there is also just do, and that's only 1 squadron, so I probably should do a tiny unit with the Polish, but see this Polish and French, and then it also has the Dutch, French, and Polish. It says, although officially separate, a single Polish squadron, probably this one, appears to have operated as though it was part of the second Dutch. So the Polish and the Dutch were probably mixed. That's French. Okay, that's Guard Lancers. This reference here says that there. And again, remember, this reference I'm looking at on the screen right now is the Quatre Bras numbers, and these are the Waterloo numbers. So I have a feeling that there were some casualties. So I'm just going to say that there's a standard and a standard. And then I'm going to say there's 2 standards there. Yeah, for a total of 4. And I didn't visualize those in my Quatre Bras here, right? I've got uh, Hubert and Wathiaz as part of Pyre's division, but Kellerman with Hertier was a completely separate division. I think I'm going to do something like this. Right, he's supposed to be the division. So those are chasseurs, right? And these are going to be lancers. Yeah, I'll work on getting that more detailed later. Vinky is not supposed to be there. I had just finished a couple of Vinky's brigade, and I can replace those with a couple of these Landwehr up here in Best's. Apparently, Best was part of 6th Division, but they gave command of them to Picton for this battle. So that's interesting. Okay, so I think that I've got all these colors correct up to what I've actually completed so far. I think I've got all these completed so far. I do have one guard. Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even go over the Allied because there is a difference in the Allied side too. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to redo this entire thing. But I don't want to necessarily do that on camera. If I go to the Allied side, you can see that 1st Division, everything on this page was at Quatre Bras. We got 1st Division, 3rd Division, I do believe I've already got going. There's Alton. I just don't have 1st Division, right? I've got Halkett and Kilmansegg, which I do believe we've got Halkett and Kilmansegg. That's no problem. And then we've got the Nassau. '28th Regiment. Oh, 1st and 2nd Battalion of the 28th Regiment. Okay, I gotcha. And then volunteers, got it. So if I was to go over here, that'd be Godek, right? The 28th, and then 2nd, the volunteers. Okay, so Biolant, Godek, Merlin, Duke of Brunswick. Now I have 1st and 2nd Battalion listed here, but in actuality, there's a lot. I actually have 3 of each of those. And if I was to go down to the Brunswick Corps, yeah, you got 3 battalions of light and 3 battalions of line. Of course, the advanced guard and the guard battalions. Okay, got all that. I'm currently working on the 5th Light Dragoons. I actually have them on the table. So that's going to have them finished. Pretty much everything down here will be done. I've got 2 of these done. They're the wrong battalions, but that's okay. I can swap I can just do 2 of those and those will be done. And then coming up here, I've still got to do the Nassau and the militias. This site says that that's a standard unit, where the Waterloo scenario stated that that was a large militia. No, wait, line battalion. Yeah, 666. They said that that was a large battalion, and I don't see that being a large battalion, so we'll have to get that fixed up. I still need to do Bremen there to finish up Kilmansegg. But like I was saying, 5th Brigade, I don't have any units finished, and the Guard, I really need to work on them as well. So now I do have the 52nd Light. I actually have a large unit of 52nd Light, and I also have a 4th King's Regiment, and I can proxy those for other battalions if I need to. Yeah, okay, well, thanks guys for coming out and seeing what I'm going through right now. I'm trying to organize. I'm going to redo this page. It's more visual for me to actually see what battalions I have finished, which ones I need, than to look at something like this. But what I do is I do both, and I color code this, and I also use the graph because basically it helps me weigh or visualize what I've got finished, what I don't have finished, and then I double check it using the numbers here and things like that. So I look forward to getting these figures. I am super close. Now, Soy, I don't know why I haven't even touched this regiment. I could easily do that in a week, 2 weeks maybe at the most. But I don't want to go back and do light regiments that I just did a bunch of light battalions. So now I noticed on this 108 here, luckily I haven't actually done it, but if that is true at Quatre Bras, if they only had 251 men, that's a total of in this 108th, that's 8, 9, 10, 70 something, 1070. If I go to my French forces here, 108, this does show 1, 2, and 3 battalions. Yep, 1073. It doesn't show me how many men are in each battalion, but I think this one needs to be a small battalion. I think this 108 right there there. I think I just need to make that a small battalion. Okay, that's more of the kind of things that I'm going to have to go through and figure out what what I need to work. Now, 381, I think that's going to be standard. And like I said on this, the 12, I'm going to make that into 2 standards. There you go. And even though maybe the casualties are shown up at Waterloo, or some people deserted or are missing or something like that, I'm still going to make those 2 standards. All All right, guys. Well, as soon as I get my figures in, or if I start working on something different, I will let you know. I am currently working on the 5th Light Dragoons. I should have those finished tomorrow. I am making them a small unit. Yeah, they're going to be a small unit. $3.95. I probably could have got away with making them a regular unit, but yeah, we're just gonna make them a small unit. Also, okay, so before I let you go, I know this video has gone on kind of long, but before I let you go, GMB, right? I use this GMB. This is a cavalry flag, so it's kind of small. It says Light Cavalry Regiments, United Provinces of the Netherlands. But there's also, like I have a set of white ones, and they say Heavy Cavalry Regiments. But then when you go to the infantry, the white is for the line infantry, the yellow is for the Jaegers, and orange is for militia for the Dutch Belgians. So Jaegers and this yellow would match for light cavalry. Good. Line infantry, heavy cav, white. Okay. And then orange for militia. If there was militia cavalry, I would assume they'd be carrying orange flags too, but looking, the only place that tells me that is GMB, right? Because I've gone to a bunch of different flag companies. I went to a bunch of different flag websites, references, and none of them show the yellow or white flag. They all show the orange flag, and that's the militia flag, right? I've seen some other miniature painters out there. They use white flags on cavalry, light dragoons, or whatever. They use the yellow flags on the heavy. I think there was no understanding of what's going on. I am going to use the orange militia, yellow for the light units like Jaegers or light dragoons, and then I'm going, or even hussars, and then once I go and do the Dutch Belgian carabinier, then I'll use the white flags, which that'll be for Human, I do believe. Okay, guys. Well, I will see you in the next video, and thanks for coming out and checking out this one. One last thing. Sorry. Wednesday, I'm going to be laying out the battle map, putting the buildings out. Not the buildings, putting the troops out across the table. So if you're interested in seeing that live, come in at 11 a.m. Central Time on Wednesday. I do a 2-hour live stream where I talk about all different kinds of things wargaming related. And if you don't want to watch it live, you can always watch it after the fact. I've got a playlist set up. It's called Wargaming Wednesday or Wednesday Wargaming or something like that. So check that out if you're interested in watching me paint and jibber jabber endlessly. All right. Thanks for coming out and checking out this video, and I'll see you next time.